It's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. It's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CB Giddy. It's the Giddy Gang Show.
Giddy Gang Show.
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 It's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. Everyone, there we are. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to the Giddy Gang Show here at our new time slot. Not the same bat time, but thankfully the same bat channel. Going live at 3 o'clock today, as I'm sure you're all aware. Say hello to a few of our friends out there. I see Louis Lamanna has tuned in, Keith Rierick, Ma Giddy out there, Shane Spiel, Jim Morris in the house, Damon Park. We are glad all of you are taking a little time out of your Friday afternoon to join us here on the Giddy Gang Show. Got a few things lined up for you today, nothing heavy, you know. Summertime is kind of like the, I don't want to say the off season for us on here on the Giddy Gang Show, but you know, a lot of other things going on. But we got some good stuff for you, we hope. Jim Burt out there, Roll Tide Jim Burt. Roll Tide. Continuing to mend and back on the move, I hope. Not on the bike necessarily.
He's back in the
That's right,
shop.
he's back to cutting hair, by God. Can't keep a good man down. At least not for long. I imagine Jim sees you each week and dreams about getting the clippers out and
Same with me.
Same with me. Getting
Wow.
the bush
That's
hog
the
out
most
and
insulting thing you've ever said to me.
What?
What?
You're usually anyway. Here we are on the Giddy Gang Show.
How dare you
So
suggest this?
it's not.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I'm saying a barber might see you and
Yeah.
dream of
Dream
things.
of
So a
taking
little
a
bit
lawnmower.
of sour news. Unfortunately this week, the Ozark Cigar Box Guitar Festival, which was supposed to fire off next weekend, they had to pull the plug and postpone due to all of the lockdowns and quarantines and whatnot. So that will not be happening next weekend down in Warsaw, Missouri, unfortunately. They may be trying to do a virtual something or other. We'll see if we can get more news on that. At present, this Georgia Cigar Box Guitar Festival in September is still on. The city is there. The city down there is saying that outdoor events can still happen. So we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. What else we got? Next week, hopefully next week, week from today, we will have a new old member of the Giddy Gang joining us. Dan Caldwell, sometimes known as Deke, who was the original CB Giddy employee back in the basement days. Was when I was in the basement of my house up there in Farmington, New Hampshire, back in 2009, 10. Dan would come by after work and help me package things up and get stuff made, and he's going to be joining us full time here at CB Giddy starting Monday, out in the shop helping to make the things that we ship out to the people, being you, and all sorts of other good stuff. So we are happy about that, and he'll be able to join us here on the Giddy Gang Show, if not every week, then at least fairly frequently. He builds cigar box guitars. He and I got into it at the same time. He and his wife Laurel, who also works here at CB Giddy, brought me the Canjo that started it all back in 2008. So yeah, it's awesome that Dan will be rejoining us. Then we'll have a Dan and a Danny, or a Deke and a Dan, or whatever it's going to be.
Deke and Danny.
The Deke and Danny show. I'll just start taking Fridays off. I won't even need to be here. So yeah, that's some good news. Also, I wanted to say, any questions? I've got my phone going here. If you have any how-to questions, building questions, possibly some how to play questions. I forgot to bring a Canjo in. Oh well, I can use that. Shout them out. If I miss them on the thing, Nick, you'll hopefully see them and let me know that somebody has asked. Only throw me the easy ones though, no hard ones.
Well, Louis just asked how
Throw
to
me
get unstuck,
nice slow balls.
unstuck old tuners. Well, it looks like we took WD-40, unless you got any other kind of lubricant ideas for.
Like off of like an old guitar.
He said old open gear tuners. Yeah.
Yeah, WD-40. It's hard to go wrong. Penetrating oil is another thing.
Yeah, PV Blaster might work, but that's pretty heavy duty.
And if you pull out that little acoustic back there in the corner, a good example of one I'm pretty sure I used WD-40 on is this old K acoustic. That when I found it down in the corner of an outbuilding at Charlie Boyle's greenhouse, it was basically a pile of broken bits. But I left the original tuners on this, these old 3-in-a-line tuners, and I took the covers off. Actually, I didn't take the covers off, but I just soaked them in WD-40. I think I actually put some in a little container and soaked them in there, and it loosened them up pretty good. So yeah, thank you. That guitar once belonged to Tommy Makem, turns out.
Oh,
Yeah, for real.
well, I should be extra careful with it.
And that lantern up there is from the Boston and Maine Railroad.
Yep.
Did
Not
he
for
hate
long.
the guitar, so he threw it into the?
Well, he bought it at a yard sale, didn't like it, gave it to his cousin Tom Hardiman. Tom Hardiman gave it to his cousin, Charlie Boyle. Charlie Boyle had it in the greenhouse. One of his buddies, Leo Tremblay, came by one night, tried to play it, got frustrated, put his foot through it, at which point Charlie stuck it out in the corner of Uncle Patty's cabin, where I found it a couple of years ago, and Charlie said I could have it, and I restored it. So yes, that's the story there.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
For now. Shout out any questions, and just, I don't know, is Marty out there? Have we seen Marty?
I have no.
Marty was stopped by yesterday here at Giddy HQ to drop off some buckers. I'm not sure if they were Giddy buckers or Wicked buckers or a mix thereof. And he also dropped off some fresh picked beans, string beans that I cooked up last night. So thank you, Marty, for all of that. A couple of other new things. We listed a new cigar box. This is the Hellion by Oliva. Nice red box with a cool design there on the front, if you can see it. Got these up there for what, like $6.99 or something?
Yep.
Some of them have some light dings, but they make a great electric guitar. They're a little on the thinner side.
Although, I forget, is it Michael Capato that does, or Louis that does the wraparound neck? You could, I suppose, use that. Where they bring a brace down below the bottom of the box.
Doesn't Rusty do that?
Rusty, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Sorry, guys. There's so many to keep
Yeah, hard to keep track. So yeah, these are cool, distinctive looking boxes. So you can grab a few of those for cheap. Also this week, last week I was talking about my cigar box crafting guide. I got the downloadable PDF version of that on cbgiddy.com for $4.99. You can grab a copy of that. Now, if you're a cigar box guitar, cigar box instrument builder, you'll already know some of the stuff in that guide. But for anyone who might be looking to branch out a little bit, that could be good for them. All right. Now a song. Ready for a song? You'll need your D harmonica. I've been doing a lot of gardening lately, outdoor and indoor. I started growing microgreens inside, like salad greens and things. I've got some,
Yeah.
got some indoor edible mushrooms going.
I've been gardening too.
And the outdoor garden, of course, I planted too much in a small space and it's just gone crazy. But I'm getting cucumbers, getting some summer squash, getting some tomatoes, a few green peppers, a couple of jalapenos. So yeah, anyway, this is the garden song. Haven't sang and played this one for a good while. Written by David Mallet back in 1975, a Maine-based folk singer-songwriter. I'd say it's safe to say this is his biggest and best-known song. Been recorded by John Denver and Peter, Paul, and Mary, and I think John Denver's version made the charts, actually.
Yeah, this was the first I heard.
Inch by inch, row by row, going to make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. There it is. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's rain. They're in my body and my brain with the music from the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayers and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered leaf up there. And inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. All right, thank you for the accompaniment on that. I hit a solid 80% of the chords in the right places, I think. 70, at least 75, good 75. As my mom points out there, John Denver sang that on The Muppet Show. Those of us old enough to remember The Muppet Show, which I'd say is probably everybody tuned in, is of an age, of a certain age. Jim Burt asking, what is the best material for a tailpiece? As with most things with DIY instruments, whatever you happen to have handy. I've seen people use old forks and spoons and hinges and all sorts of things. Probably, traditionally on archtop guitars and such like that, the tailpieces are from stamped metal. That old K that I had out here a minute ago, I believe, had a metal trapeze style tailpiece that comes up and over the back. This guitar here, I used an old doorknob cover plate bent to a 90-degree angle and with some holes drilled in the front bevel to come up and over the back there. We make a number of metal trapeze style tailpieces here on the CNC plasma machine, cutting them out of stainless steel and such for cigar box guitars. But you know, on a lot of cigar box guitars, here's a 3-string trapeze style, stainless steel on that one. A lot of cigar box guitars, if you do a neck through, of course, the butt end of the neck, that protrudes from the end of the cigar box, you bring the strings right up through there, and that kind of serves as the tailpiece. Louis says hinges tend to break after a while. Well, I guess it all depends on how much tension you got them under and how big the strings are and all of that. The beefier the hinge, the less likely it is to break, I'd say. I've seen people make wooden tailpieces, although that's a little trickier, I'd say. So, we now have a video of an old hobo, old boxcar, quarter-hour boxcar, somebody or another, doing an old blues song that you might recognize. Actually, I'm the one dressed up like a hobo, got this version from Kenny Lee Burgess. He posted a cigar box version of this for the 3-string, and I decided to have a go at it. A lot of people ask, I know you're not big into the blues.
All I can find, I'm just not real knowledgeable.
Well,
I can't
I'm not,
play it. That's what I meant.
Well, what would you say got you in? Like, what was your first exposure to the blues growing up?
Probably Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Huh? That's a good. For a lot of people, that's the case.
Yeah.
You know, listening to classic rock, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
Would be on there. Led Zeppelin did a lot of bluesy stuff. The Rolling Stones did some bluesy stuff.
Yeah.
For
Howlin'
me,
Wolf.
Howlin' Wolf is
Yeah.
the blues. For me, it was really, and Shane's gonna wince when I say this, but it was Eric Clapton. You know, some of his stuff with Cream, Crossroads, but his Unplugged album is where I first learned this song. Nobody knows you when you're down and out.
Sorry. Once I lived the life of a millionaire. Spent all my money, didn't have any cares. Took all my friends out for mighty good times. All bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. Then I began to fall so low. Lost all my good friends, had nowhere to go. If I get my hands on $1 again, hang on to it till that old eagle grins, 'cause nobody knows you when you're down, down. In your pocket there's not one penny. As for friends, well, you don't have any. You get back on your feet again. Everybody wants to be your long lost friend. I think it's strange without any doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down now. When you get back on your feet again.
was trying to remember how that goes because Shane's talking about the chord forms. I don't believe that one is copyrighted. I've looked into it. I think it was for a while and then it went away, but wouldn't swear to it. But anyway,
Well, you'll know if you get in trouble.
yeah. Every time, after every Giddy Gang show, we get notices about the copyright licensing of songs that were played in it, but they never force it to be removed. So
Well, it's because we don't monetize it, so they just add ads.
that's true. We don't monetize much
Yeah.
anything. What's happening next? Oh, we got a couple of our kits on feature. If you got today's newsletter, CB Giddy newsletter, the Mountain Tenor and the Tupelo Tenor. The Mountain Tenor is the acoustic version, available in 3 and 4 string. There's one around here somewhere. Nick's got it. And then the Tupelo Tenor is the electric version with that lipstick tube pickup in there, also available in 3 and 4 string. And thank you, Sat. This is the Mountain Tenor here. Now the Mountain Tenor we have, thank you, we have the higher pitched, you know, the folk string set on there. Tenor. It comes with this box kit you assemble yourself and unfinished. This one is in its unfinished state, but you can decorate this however you want. If you're an artist like our Dan here, you could paint a scene on there, stain it, decoupage it, all sorts of good stuff. And then of course the Tupelo Tenor version, named after Tupelo, Mississippi, where a certain somebody was born, Mr. Elvis Presley. This one is usually strung lower with those lower wound strings, so it gets that bluesier, growlier sound. So both of these are featured this week, and to help feature them, our own Nick, the chapeaued wonder, is going to come up here and do one of his favorite songs on probably this one.
No,
I think on that one. He's going high, folks.
I'll go high.
And I'm gonna go mash some buttons. Hopefully not too many, because so he's gonna do a little bad Leroy Brown for you.
And actually, this time I have words, so I don't have to remember it.
You gonna be in the key of G?
Yeah.
Well, maybe Danny could do
Oh, Danny, whatever you want to add
little
to it,
fill
feel
for
free.
you there.
All right. Do you do it with
I get to step through the chords too. Come on.
Yeah,
It's gonna
G.
be We'll go through it over. I don't have it here.
Well, maybe the harmonica?
Oh, harmonica? Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know. Remember?
Yeah, I've heard it played two different ways.
Well, you're about to hear.
Wasn't ready.
Wait for it to come around on the guitar.
Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. If you go down there, you better just be aware of the man named Leroy Brown. Now Leroy, more than trouble. You see, he's standing about 6'4". And all the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. All the men just call him sir. And he's bad Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Now Leroy, he a gambler. Like his fancy clothes. He liked to wear his diamond ring under everybody's nose. Got a custom Continental Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. We got a razor in his shoe. And he's bad, 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 bad Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Now Friday, about a week ago, Leroy shooting dice. And at the edge of the bar sat a girl named Medora. Said, ooh, that girl looked nice. And he cast his eyes upon her. Trouble soon began. And Leroy learned a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. And he's bad, 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 bad Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, the two men took to fighting when they pulled them from the floor. Leroy looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. And he's bad, 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 bad Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. And he's bad, 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 bad Leroy Brown. Better man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he was better than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Rough start, but thank you guys. I nailed it in the end. Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
Well, on that note, thank you, Nick. We have now a video for you. This is a blast from the past. This is going back to 2016 at the Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Festival, the inside stage, the Mr. Suit Records stage. Our good buddy Tim Trimble. You know, Tim keeps a fairly low profile in the overall online community of cigar box guitar builders, but his videos have gotten millions of views. Just simple, stripped down, no frills, but something in the way he moves or something. Anyway, here's Tim on stage at the 2016 Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Festival doing a little picking. No grinning, but certainly picking. as I said, no grinning. Very serious. So I'm holding this. This is not a canjo, but it's got the same neck as a canjo, and it's got one string. We had an email this week from a customer saying, hey, do you have any tablature for the Andy Griffith Show theme song for the canjo? And I was like, no, well, we don't, you know. I know how the song goes, but I assumed the range would be too great to be played on the canjo. But I picked one up at home and started noodling around, and it turns out you can play it on the canjo. Of course, there's two parts to it, part A, part B. This is part A. Yeah, let's try that again. Now this is one of our canjo necks that includes the blue note. You've got that 7th fret in there, so you can get that kind of flat, that F natural in there, depending on how you have it tuned. So that was part A. And if you've got your canjo neck numbered, you can't really see, but I've got it numbered. It goes open, 2, 3, boom, bum, then up to 8. Bum, 6, 5, 3, 8, 6, 5, 3, open, 3, 5, 3, 4, and then that repeats. Open, 2, 3, 8, 6, 5, 3, 8, 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3.
8, 6, 7, 5,
309. That's a different song. That lesson will be, that would be tricky to play on the canjo, I'm thinking. And then the B part is just 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 8, 7, 4, 5, 7, 8. And then part A repeats again. So just a simple little ditty, a little more complex than some, but definitely playable on the one-string canjo. Now, of course, it requires a good bit of moving around because you've only got that one string. If you were to try to play the same thing on a 3-string, which I did not practice, you have to move around less because you've got more strings to work with. So, just a quick little lesson there. Kind of the point of it is that just by sitting and noodling, if you know the song in your head, if you got the song in your head, you know how it goes, you can just kind of start picking around on your canjo, and maybe you'll be able to pick it out. A hint is that you'll probably either start open or with the fretting at the 3rd fret. A lot of songs, so like Amazing Grace, open, 2, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2. That started with the open string. So just sitting on the front back porch or in your living room or on the toilet, wherever you want to be, you can have your canjo handy and
Yeah, on the can.
canjo on the can. We don't need to fully explore.
We don't need to
dig into that.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, you know, story tells itself. All right, we got a video now for you, as we do most weeks, from our good buddy Cale over at Porness Studios, doing something he's calling the Cutlery Jam.
It'll become obvious, but he's on a wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon.
And I forget what the other one is, but it's pretty cool.
little diddly spoon. That's cool stuff. Good work, KO, as usual. So now we have another installment for you of Nick's Picks. Hat on, ready to
Hat
roll.
on, ready to roll. Hi, welcome to Nick's Picks. You've come to the corner of the Giddy Gang studio. I know this won't be the whole bit. So we've got a couple of, basically in the Watt Corner tradition.
We both do. It's not
In the Watt Corner tradition, and I will eventually change the graphic from Not Corner. I just haven't found one that works. We've got a couple of submissions from the customer gallery over at CB Giddy. If you want to see your builds or a chance to see your builds up here, submit your photos to there. You can find it on cbgiddy.com /customer-gallery, I think, or click the link. So, without further ado, we got the first one here. It's an absolutely gorgeous instrument that is apparently cropped. And wow,
mashing the buttons.
gotta love the buttons. Here we go. What blam! Now this beauty of an instrument is comes from us from Brian M. And basically, he says it's a pale moon ebony top with a walnut body with a tiger maple neck. He needed gear, so he grabbed some CB Giddy parts and built the own box. Didn't really send too many other, but I really like the look of the soundboard of this one. Unfortunately, you can't really see much of the hardware. You can see some of the trunk corners there. The next one we have up is Garrett J. And this is... Now I know why Glenn put them all on one page. Why couldn't I take a screen? Here we go. And it's stretched. Live TV is fun. So this one's an interesting resonator that Garrett J made. It's his first build. Whenever he's possible, he uses spare parts, but he bought a couple of parts from us here. It's tuned open G, has a humbucker, one of the Juke Shack pickups, the chrome. Passive piezo on the bridge, toggle switch, master volume, and master tone. And on the center of this here, he's got a little design, although he doesn't say what it is. It looks like a branch of some sort with a leaf. That's the best I could guess out of it.
That's what, yeah.
The next,
Looks like holes poked right through that paint can lid.
Yep.
Interesting. I hadn't considered that decorative method.
And we move on to Jason M. Jason Mills, actually. I don't think he'll mind using his name here. This is
Highwood.
what's that?
Highwood guitars.
Yes. This one is a beauty. The 1930s floorboard, 4-string, from Frankenmuth Historical Museum. I think it's a 29 3/4 scale. Is that right? Or 20? I copied it over. Original foot traffic, scuffs and dings, and just check out this beauty. I mean, next to the thing, but this really caught my eye. Not only does it, because of the paddle shape, but the old wood really has character to it that you just don't see out of some newer cuts unless you relic it. Next up, don't see a whole lot of boxes of these of this type used for instruments, so I liked this ukulele from Mark S. Just a little bitty Drew Estate Natural.
Is that a dirt torpedo box?
Yes. No, just a regular dirt, but close enough. These boxes, they open up with a folding motion in the center, so you don't often see them used for instruments, but here he uses it to great effect. Looks like he's put the bridge on the bottom of it to help keep away from the both to keep away from the folding of the box and to give himself room for that. I believe he did not give us scale length, but it looks pretty small.
It looks pretty short.
Finally, we have Zane D. with his guitar here. And this one didn't come with any accompaniments, but I just really, really liked the look of this guitar. We'll have there's a close up of the body. Oh, it's an old copper pan that he's done a neck through, looks like, with a tailpiece on the bottom there, or at least a strap button. But just some Giddy hardware on there. You see a 4-string bridge. It's one of our chrome humbuckers with the chrome rings there. It just stuck out because it's a unique thing, and I like seeing unique stuff. And that's it for Nick's picks. For next week, I'll do less bumbling and more showing.
It's almost got a banjo-y look to it.
Yeah.
If it had that 5th string on there, it'd be copper pan banjo. We're still working on getting a banjo contest together, trying to get a few things in place before we do to help make it be as good as it can be, but definitely still on the list. A couple of other contest ideas kicking around. Our Shane out there has been working on a project behind the scenes that's going to be coming out in the fairly near future that might prompt a contest itself. So all sorts of good things happening. Speaking of good things, our young Mr. Woodman over here, I can call him young because I've got like 3 years on him. Two. So, it's catching up, boys, catching up.
Every year.
Get a little closer.
Yep.
Everybody else keeps getting older. I just stay the same age.
All right, Matthew.
Well, close. All right. So what you got for us there, Dan?
Well, a little Marshall Tucker.
Marshall Tucker.
Key of E.
E. All right.
Gonna take a freight train down at the station, Lord. Don't care where it goes. Gonna climb a mountain, highest mountain. Jump off, nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Gonna find me hole in the wall, gonna crawl inside and die. I'm a lady now, mean old woman, Lord, never told me goodbye. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me?
nice, Dan. Very nice.
I just before this show came up with the idea to do the woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Well, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Key of E, a little tricky on a GDG guitar. I don't know if you noticed, but my solo went back to a one finger lesson there. 9th fret for E, 7th fret for D, 2nd fret for A. That was my solo. Ding,
Sounded
ding,
good
ding,
enough
ding,
to
ding,
me.
ding.
Better than I could do.
When he shot me the look, I was like, oh crap, it's on now. All right. Well, that's about everything we got for you this week, folks. Actually, there was one more song. A little surprise number. That's the other lantern from the Boston and Maine. Oh, that's Maine Central.
Yeah, it's Maine
That's
Central.
Boston and Maine. Yeah. So a genre don't do all as much. You can play whatever you want on it, Dan.
What are you in?
Margaritaville and
Some
D.
Slayer? Oh.
D.
Yeah, Slayer. A little Pantera. Some of that Norwegian death metal, just for a moment here. But, how about Margaritaville? Little Jimmy Buffett. You might not know it, but in my formative years, I was a pretty big parrot head. I had just about every CD that Jimmy had ever put out, and I can still sing along with most of the songs, at least the good ones. Let's see if I... Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake, all of the surface covered with oil, strumming my 6-string or my 3-string, whatever, on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp where they're beginning to boil. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. There it is. But it's a real beauty, a Mexican beauty. And how it got here, well, I haven't a clue. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know, well, it could be my fault. All right, fingers, Danny Taylor over there. Let's get a little something. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know I know I should have done the chorus there. I should have gone right into the next verse. What the hell is the next verse?
Oh, don't ask me.
Anybody?
Well, it's 11 on
I got it. Flip flop. That's it. Blew out my flip flop. Stepped on a pop top. I cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But there's booze in the blender,
It's my own damn fault. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Yeah, it's his fault.
Well, there's a good running attempt at. There's Jim with the next verse. Stepped.
Jim just told an awesome story where
Well,
he
my flip
proposed
I was trying to
Kim.
watch the comments and I kept messing up the song. So it
Proposed to Kim
proposed
at
to his
a
wife at the Buffett concert.
yeah.
I've been to 2 Buffett concerts. I can barely remember either of them. I might have proposed to somebody at a Buffett concert. Wouldn't even know. They were
and
raucous
that's how
affairs.
Glenn started working here.
You show up to
You
the
may have
parking
gotten-
lot at about 9 in the morning. And
Maybe you were married to
proceed-
somebody there.
I hope, Jesus. And you show up. They were both outdoor amphitheaters. And you show up about 9 in the morning and proceed with doing the Lord's work for about 8, 9, 10 hours, and then head into the concert. Makes for a good time. So that is definitely all we've got for you this week. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully this new time slot, see Mike Wilmoth doesn't mind it. So hopefully it certainly takes a little bit of the pressure and the stress off of us. I ain't gonna lie. Today, 2 o'clock rolled around. I'm like, I feel great. Not stressed at all. All right. Let's play this thing out. Hope you all have a great weekend, safe and healthy and happy and all those things. You're not plugged in.
plugged in.
You want to be
I'm
plugged
not.
in?
Yeah,
Plug it in. Why not? Yeah. Fire up that Gary DeRozier's guitar there.
After 1 week, I already forgot where to plug it in.
All right. She told me to ask again when sober. Smart woman you got there, Jim. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, it's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Station TV. Said the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Station TV. And we came to you live from CB Giddy.
Here's the verse I forgot to rewrite.
Well, we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 3. And saying we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 3. And if you don't see us all happy, we will be.
Hey, we got a new verse, people.
Well, yeah. Well, all you need is a stick of box and some string.
It's true. Hey, it's Dan Caldwell out
All
there.
you need is a stick of box and some string.
I can't believe it.
Well, you put them all together, you know they're gonna ring.
Sing it with us now.
It's the Giddy Gang Show, Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang Show, Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang Show, Giddy Gang Show. Well, it's the Giddy Gang Show, oh, oh, Giddy Gang Show. It's the Giddy Gang Show on Cigar Station TV.
We'll see you again next week, Lord willing.